Blessing family. Well, I'm coming back on with another video. This is more of statistics showing, what's happening in our world for 2019, and I will touch bases on 2018 and somewhat maybe, perhaps. I haven't been completely in the report that I want to go in next. Might go to 2017. But this is actually telling us on CNBC the different stores, close to 5,000, nearly 5,000 stores will be closing. That speaks volume. But before we go any further, I want to give praises to the Most High, honor to Yeshua, Jesus Christ, and unto the Ruach. And just wanted to definitely come on and share, some information regarding, what's happening. There's so much going on. It's so much going on. And if you're not one to look at internet, as far as news, according to where they are coming from, if you're just so used to looking at the news on TV, on the different channels, such as, NBC, I think NBC, I want to say CNN, Fox, ABC, you're going to miss it because they're not going to put all of this on here. And when they do, they're not going to run it constantly like if it's something major had happened according to what they're thinking. But came across this and then it led me to something else. I often try to give statistics to show where we fall at. But a lot of times these reports go back, like could take a whole year, like whatever happened in 2018, it will not reflect until late 2019, or what happened in 2017 it will show in 2018. So it says Gap, Telsa, and Victoria's Secret are among many, are nearly, the 5,000 that are closing. So just going to go a little deep in here. And so Charlotte Russe is one as well. Stores display liquidation sign that will be showing. So Gap, Victoria's Secrets, JC, Penny, Telsa. So now, when I think about all these stores, that are closing, I know they had closed. What is the name of it? The baby store, Toys R Us. I say baby store because there weren't being enough babies being born, and they were losing and missing out on money coming in. So it's definitely something to think about. So it is actually Abercrombie and Finch. Let's see what else here. It says already 4,810 stores closures have been announced by retailers in 2019, according to Core Site Research, and it's only March. Wow. Last year, Core Site tracked 524 stores closures, down more than 30% from a record 8,139 closures announced in 2017. It speaks here that adding to the noise is Amazon. Wow, Amazon. It said this week it will shut all 87 its pop-up shops inside Whole Foods, and then Kohl's and malls across the country. Wow, didn't know that. The company has vowed to invest more in its bookstores and other bricks and mortars concept, including its cashierless convenience stores called Amazon Go. So it says here are some of the biggest retailers that have announced store closures so far this year. And as you can see, I'm just going to scan down, let you see this. And this is mainly what I've actually mentioned already. So it says Victoria's Secret's plan to shut down 53 stores. Okay. They're going to close down 40 stores. Wow. So this right here tells us, talking about, Tulsa had been opening up shops in the malls across the country to operate more than 100 stores and showrooms nationwide with other overseas. And I want to see how many were going down. Okay, Charlotte Russe, 94 stores. It was planning to shut down 94 stores, but now it's talking about closing 500 locations. Oh my goodness. Payless stores, 2,500 of it stores is closing. Gymboree, it said it will close all 800 of its Gimmery and Crazy 8 stores. Wow. Family Dollar, it planned to close 390 Family Dollar stores this year, while it renovates 1,000 others location. And this is after buying Family Dollar in 2015. Dollar Tree has been left with the task of improving the appearance of the stores. Chico's, wow, 60 to 80 stores. The company overall intends to close at least 250 stores. JCPenney closed just 18 stores. So they'll have more additional closure to come in 2020. Wow. So I think that's it. Now, what they, are showing. Okay, so as I said earlier, Toys R Us started closing down a lot of stores because they weren't getting the traffic to buy toys, because there were less babies being born, meaning less children. So we have to keep in mind that whoever having kids today, just say today, 5 years from now, those kids will be in kindergarten. So if a lot of people not having kids, then in 5 years, a lot of kids will not be going to school. Same thing for stores. You understand? So there were, it was this, I think was several places, but one in particular that I recall, that this young lady from overseas Europe said that she was taking her child to school, and she got there and was nobody really there. And she was like, what's going on? And the class was just that small because there weren't a lot of kids in school. And this was in Europe. But see, America is not going to let us see it like this. You would pretty much have to go outside of America to see our true news when it comes to statistics, because they're not going to share it. They're going to spin it because it's going to give a bad light, because there are a lot of Europeans are dying. They're having more deaths than births, and they're not going to want to share this. So when it comes to prophecy, according to Abraham, what was told to Abraham by God Almighty, it said about, the sand. If you can put sand in your hand from a beach, can you count each speck? That's how he would bless Abraham's seeds. And we have to know that Abraham, not the, father of all nations. It says many nations. So you all, we are actually living in a profound moment that is showing us the handwriting is on the wall. And I have actually shared on, in previous videos on my Facebook about what, nations or what countries are producing far as reproduction, if you're not at a 2.1, then there's no replacement because you will be so far behind the curveball. How America is actually maintaining, because they were really, according to this 2019 report that I'm going to go on, and I'm like I said, they're going to turn things, to twist things and make it look good. But we're going to click on 2018 too. But in 2019, it's showing now that we are, for America, is at 2.6. Well, in Africa, the top 30 countries of Africa is, except two, I want to say, if I get a chance to go to that today, I will, that their birth rate is actually showing like in the sevens. I think the highest one was Niger, and 7, child per per thousand. That's what is in Niger. But all of my African countries, if I get a chance, I'll pull that up today too as well. Okay, so then I'm gonna go to my next. So this is actually this company called Gioba. It's Guess Cassettaire. This is a website. I never heard of it, but it given me numbers, statistics. So we're going to just take a look at this. As you see at top here, it says the United States, got the flag right there. It says 1980, and then it has an arrow to go back to beyond that. One moment. And then, but you see the highlighted is 2019. So this is how they spin stuff. Okay. So they said select ranking, for 2019. So what they're showing is on here is, okay, well, we're going to show the people from 95 to 99, 647,637 people between 95 and 99. They rank number 1. So they're going to show that. Okay. Then, as far as number 44 in the world, the life expectancy is 76 years old, 76.9 years old. Okay. So trust me, they choose what they want, whatever is going to give whoever the biggest, pluses, and they will spin the narrative as much as possible. So just bear with me. So now this area right here tells you about basically what we just covered. So it says age, total, and female, and then male. It doesn't do it by race, you all. Trust and believe. They don't want to go there. But we're going to let them have their moment. Okay. So as you see, we have been ranking in the world under India, and actually it's China, then India, and then America for forever. We've been ranking number 3. India is going to bypass China soon, probably within the next maybe 2 or 3 years, or by 2040 or whatnot. So that is coming up, in that regards. But just to give you where we at. So from 0 to 4 years old, and this is how it looks for the population and where we ranking at in the world. So we are looking at 4s. We come down to like 5 around 10 years old or 14 years old, 15 years old to 19 years old is 6. We rank 6 in the nation under total. But as you can see over here, the female and the male. So this is where they got this number from. So between, 30 and, 30 years old, 34, to see the 50, they're still saying we're ranked number 3. Okay. But you all, the truth is that, that is the age bracket mainly where a lot of, white male are dying. So really, you just have to look at it from an angle, and we'll look at 2018 and see. So what they got the number from number 1 was 95 to 99. And then, they have female and then they have the male, and they have 100 plus, is number one. And this is in the whole world. So out of the whole world, America is actually, these are, elderlies in their near hundreds and plus is ranking, that have us to rank high in the nation. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. Now, we're going to slide over and I'm going to look at mortality rates. So these are the deaths. So it's very ironic that they're not showing anybody over 5 years old. So if you look at it from here, you got the life expectancy, female, male, it says 79 years, and then you have female is 81 years, then you have male 76 years, and then you have death per thousand in infant mortality. Look, death mortality age 1 through 4. And then it comes back and say mortality rate under age 5. Well, why wouldn't it go above 5? See, that's what I'm saying. They not going to bring this truth like this. You can tell that they have something to hide. Why all those stores are closing? Because there's more deaths than births. We already at a place, and I'm sorry, I'm getting excited. I just be real, just be truthful. But see, you're not, because it's going to mess up their narrative and going to make them look inferior instead of superior. So they got to sell this picture, but they don't have no control, because the Almighty has the last words. But they still trying to cover up, and they're not going to put it like on prime time like this in this regards. So, mortality rate, you would think that they will have ages all the way up and give us the percentage, but they're not. You can just check it out. And then when you compare it against other countries, we're ranking 53, 61, 47, 89. I mean, all the way down to 81, 181. I believe that's the many countries we got. For when it comes down to male under 5 and female under 5, look where the mortality rate is at. So that's kind of give you a window of what time it is. But see, they're not including all these opioids death and drug deaths in this so far in 2019. Are they saying, well, we don't have all the numbers? Well, we'll look at 2018 and see as well. Okay, so let's go up, because really down here just give us the land area and the square miles in kilometers here. And then it has area rank number 2 and worldwide. Okay, so growth rates. So they have that our growth rates is 0.87%, national growth 0.049, birth rates 1,000 is at 13.3 per 1,000, and then net migrants at 1,000 was at 3.7. So we are still ranking high compared to other countries, but for that migrant per 1,000, you see is at 26. Okay, rank 26. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Okay, this might be what I want to show you all. Let me just go back one, because I think this might be the one that I want to show you all. Okay. All right, so now we're going to move up to, we already covered growth rate. I'm learning, y'all. I'm trying to. Can you see it? Okay, maybe this. Okay, so I'm just open up a little bit more. Okay, so I covered growth rate, and then this is birth rates, and it has here. I didn't look at this one yet. So it says gross reproduction rate is 1.0 per 1,000, and we coming at like 103. Total fertility rate, they're saying at 2.06. We were at 1.8 something just in 2018. How we got to 2 and 6, and how they're getting the numbers at 2 and 6 because of blacks and Hispanics, Latinos. So when they tell us that, oh, we want our country to be pure, we want nobody here, y'all can go back to wherever y'all came from, Africa, wherever it is. You know how America will be dwindled to what? Nothing? For real though? Because this is the way it's headed. And ain't nothing we are doing or will have to do. It's all on the Almighty. So they're saying 15 to 19 is 42.8. And let's see what's ranking there. It's not gonna let me. I hope y'all can see in the corner there. Okay, you So this is what they're saying for birth rates. Okay, but they're saying it's 2 dot. So I'm just gonna slide over to kind of like the way it was before. Let's go to 2018. Did it let me do it? Yeah, okay. Did it go all the way through? So they did what they did is basically the same thing they did again. They put the age for 95 to 90 up on the board. Then they did the life expectancy for a male. And are they going to let me slide over? Okay, so the same thing they did before. So let's look and see what is the rate. They got 2.06. Nah, that's not what it is. They have 2.06 there as well. Same thing. They have under 5. So let me just see if I can get another one. 2017. Let's see what they're saying for that. Did it update? Yeah, the numbers did change. I'm just going to go over and see what they say for 2.6. So you need to be at a 2.1. So we still under, but still that's